How is it going, everybody? Welcome back to what is another real big adventure. Oh yeah, but this one is actually a little bit of a smaller adventure. It was only about 6 days out to Copenhagen in Denmark and
Vannes
in northwest France. So the second city, not that many people have heard of it probably. It's a beautiful little place. And I mainly went to go visit my good old friend Vincent in Copenhagen and then my other friend Steven in France. And you'll see both of them in this video. So without any further ado, let's hand it back to Pass Don on his way to Washington Dulles International Airport where the real big adventure begins. Let's go! Dulles, baby! Airport. Here we go again!
All right. Here we are.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much. Alright, so I am here in this lounge talking to a camera with a bunch of people around me, which is weird. But, yeah, it's about 10 hours before I fly, and I have no idea what there is to do in Copenhagen. So I think right now is probably a good time to start that research. So let's get to it.
Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. I shall be a first on the flight.
And just like that, we linked up and we were ready to hit the streets of Copenhagen, which is exactly what we did. But I'm gonna be brutally honest with you after having left. Copenhagen's not the most exciting place I've ever been. It certainly has all your hallmarks of an old European city, but it doesn't have much else to do outside of that, and unfortunately we didn't get to explore anywhere else in Denmark because we only had a couple days. But you know what you're seeing on screen here now is pretty much what Copenhagen has to offer. You know, you have these old royal squares where the king and queen live. You have all these green spaces everywhere, old churches, and all this other sort of stuff that you know pretty much every other European city has, in my opinion. But this one was actually pretty cool. This is called the Castellet. It is a citadel that is one of the older ones in Europe. I believe this is going to be their city hall where, I don't know, city hall things happen. It was cool to walk around. And then shortly after this, though, we went to one of the more famous places in Copenhagen. It is called Nyhavn, and I'll put the spelling on the screen here now. This is probably the most famous street in Copenhagen because of the colorful buildings. And really, it's a bunch of bars right now, but I believe what it was before is where, you know, fishermen and stuff did things. It's right on the water, as you can see. And it's quite pretty, but it was honestly freezing when we were there, so we didn't really explore too much, but we did sit down and have a couple drinks, which was great. We then hit this old church in the city center, and this church's name translates to Church of Our Savior. I'm not going to try to pronounce it Danish. I'll put it on screen now. But once you get into the church, you're greeted with what seems to be a trillion stairs, which is just my favorite thing on the planet, for sure, 100%. And, you know, I'll just let old Don take it away here. There's more stairs. There's more stairs. They don't end. We'll get there. We'll get there one day. Wow. 我看，哦，这很危险啊！还有啊。Oh, I'm dizzy. I'm dizzy. 哦，到了，可以看到太阳了。
We see the light.
So once we got to the top, we were greeted with this beautiful view and a fence about half my height, which is the only thing saving me from certain death if I tripped and fell or something crazy. Luckily, that didn't happen. But as we were enjoying the view, we found more stairs. Yeah, well, I'll just let this run.
Wow. Go. Here we go. Keep going. Bro, I think the steps just end, bro. What the heck? What the heck? What the heck? Oh, I can't get in there. Okay. I guess we're at the top. There it is. Copenhagen. This is it.
After we got down from the church, we decided to hit up this riverboat cruise, which sort of just cruised you throughout the city of Copenhagen through the canals and the rivers and stuff. And it was a beautiful cruise, and we got to learn a lot about the city. It was just absolutely freezing because we decided to go at the tail end of March, and you know, Northern Europe is always cold, so there's that. But it was still a lot of fun. And then the next day, you know, we just decided to stroll around the city to see what we hadn't already seen, which maybe my research failed me, but we didn't really find too much. There's this botanical garden here, which was quite a good walk, and it was really, really pretty. The weather really played ball with us while we were there. The skies were blue the whole time. And you know, some of the trees were blossoming and stuff like that, despite how cold it was. It was really pretty. Then we went to this old palace, and you know, walked around the gardens of the palace because, well, the entry tickets weren't for a long time from now. So after that, we decided to go grab lunch at their central market, which was cool. The market was a little bit small, and it sold pretty much everything that Northern Europeans eat, which I found was not that much. I think the delicacy of Copenhagen is this thing called, I don't even know. I'm not even going to try and pronounce this word. But it just translates to buttered bread, I believe. And it's exactly what it is. It's bread with butter on it. And then some kind of protein, whatever you want. It's usually like a raw fish of some kind. And, you know, the delicacies of Northern Europe, you know, they are something. They are certainly something. Leaving the wonderful delicacies of Northern Europe behind, I decided to jump on my flight to Van. And this city is a little bit on the smaller side, but it's actually incredibly old. This city is over 2,000 years old and is home to my good old high school pal Steven, who decided to move back to France a few years ago, and so I decided to come visit him. And in this footage, we're just talking about the camera, but we did actually just spend a lot of time chilling, playing video games, and catching up like good old friends. And there was also pouring it with rain most of the time we were there, because apparently that's just what the weather there is like. But you know, we decided to just do some stuff that he would normally do, live the old French countryside life. Well, you know, walking his dogs and stuff, and then going to the bakery and everything like that. So I'm just gonna let some music play and chime in here and there. Look at the baguette bag, dude.
La baguette.
La baguette.
Amazing.
These are the Rampart Gardens of Vannes. They're kept up to date with plenty of different flowers throughout the seasons, so they always have blossoms whatever time of year, except maybe the winter, obviously. There you can see the mascot of Breton. It's l'hermine with the scarf. It's found everywhere. It's found on the flag of Breton. In the same area you would find the American stars, you would find that logo.
And yeah, that's where all I recorded ended. We spent so much time just talking about random stuff together and just killing time that we didn't really walk around that much. I'm sure
Van
has a lot more to offer. You know, and it's not all just old. There is a nice new modern part of the city. But you know, it was just nice to catch up with some friends and see some sights along the way. And that really wraps it up for this short little adventure, these couple cities. The Malaysia real big adventure is actually where I went after this, but that video is already out. And then there's one more still waiting to be completed where I have messed around for a couple weeks in Taiwan. I haven't actually even started editing that one, but one day it'll be out. And then after that, who knows where the winds will take me next. But thank you all for watching this one, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Let's go! I've realized that I just like totally forgot English somehow. There are plenty of bloopers for this, so here you go. You can enjoy those too. Right, and just oh my god, place along with for sake, Don. Well, maybe we shouldn't say that. And being Van in right, and just like oh my god, wow. And then, what am I? It is beautiful. That is also well, linked to. What am I? Have I forgot English? Like what the? New Hound. Hold on, I gotta listen to this. A river or something. What am I saying? What? New. Why is it spelled so weird? All right, hold on. This church, and well, I don't even know the name of this church. Why, dude? I should probably do like at least 2 seconds worth of research before trying to commentate one of these. What am I doing, man? Oh my god. Ni hao. That can't be right. From your certain death if you choose to fall. What? If you choose to fall, yeah. Okay, lots of people. Oh my god, what am I saying? What? Sounds like the French U, not the English Y, as in nylon? How? What? The imperial family lived, or like the church and the church. Oh my! What? The church? Nylon? What? All right, it's time to watch some videos about this one. And this city, well. What am I saying? I have no script prepared, and I'm just winging it, and it's not working. France, and I have accidentally New Hound. All right, I'm going with New Hound, dude. That's my boy. My boy, how to pronounce New Hound video. That's how they're saying it. All right. Why do I start everything with all right? I did. Stop. All right. Alright, so what? I just started it with alright again! Alright, so. What? Stop saying alright! Okay, I was about to make a fool of myself and pronounce it like Niehaven, how it's actually spelled.